Promoting effective learning starts with succeeding steps of instruction. Robert Gagne was an American education psychologist prominently known for his pioneering work in the science of instructional design. His systematic approach in teaching derives its key elements based on his observation on how people attain specific learning goals and formulated a series of events to aid them in fulfilling those objectives. Gagne's theory anchors on the thought process of the people. According to this theory, employing a strategy by following this approach can aid the facilitators to structure, nurture, and maximize learning opportunities for their students to get the most in learning. Within the core of Gagne's theory resides the idea of conditions of learning. This consists of both external and internal conditions that influences the student in their learning pursuit. Internal conditions pertain to the prior knowledge of the learner before the presentation of the concept. Inversely, external conditions lie on the instructor's provided stimuli to induce the learner's cognition. These 9 events of learning offers an adaptive approach where the learner can cohere in accordance to the slated process that nurtures the learner with optimal learning. The nature of Gagne's theory features a unique flexibility given how its end bears a significant degree than the means. 9 events of learning is not confined to the detailed process of each segment, but rather it highlights how this collectively cultivates our learning process. Let us now explore the 9 levels of instruction by Robert Gagne.
To capture the attention of students and ensure their readiness for learning, it is crucial to employ effective strategies that stimulate engagement. One approach is introduce novelty, uncertainty, and surprise into the learning environment, creating a sense of curiosity and intrigue. Additionally, posing thought-provoking questions to students not only encourages critical thinking but also actively involves them in the learning process. Another valuable technique is to empower students to pose questions, fostering a collaborative atmosphere and promoting shared exploration. Moreover, incorporating icebreaker activities at the outset of a session serves to create a positive and interactive ambience, breaking down initial barriers and setting the stage for heightened participation throughout the learning experiences. These methods collectively contribute to a dynamic and engaging learning environment, ensuring that students are not only attentive but actively participating in the educational activities presented to them. To enhance student comprehension and guide their learning effectively, it is essential to communicate clear objectives and outcomes for both the overall course and individual lessons. Prior to the commencement of instruction, articulate the desired performance expectation, outlining specific criteria for standard performance. Encouraging learners to establish their own criteria for achieving standard performance foster a sense of ownership and engagement. Additionally, incorporating course objectives into assessments prompts reinforcement the connection between learning goals and evaluation. By consistently informing students of these objectives, educators provide a roadmap for learning, empowering students with a clear understanding of what is expected and help them to focus on their educational journey. Facilitating effective learning involves stimulating the recall of prior knowledge, aiding students in making connection with new information. This can be achieved through various methods such as posing questions about previous experiences to trigger reflection, engaging students in discussion about their understanding of previous concepts helps them draw on existing knowledge. Relating current topics to previously covered course information establishes contextual links, enhancing comprehension. Furthermore, encouraging students to actively incorporate prior learning into current activities promotes a holistic understanding of subject matter and fostering a seamless integration of knowledge across the learning journey.
Presenting the stimulus, selective perception. Effective stimulus deliver involves presenting new information in a clear and organized manner. This includes using diverse communications styles such as visual aids, verbal explanation, and interactive methods to cater to different learning preferences. By integrating these approaches, presenters enhance engagement and understanding, fostering an inclusive environment for effective information absorption and contributing to a more enriching learning experience. Reading learning guidance, semantic encoding. Offering learning guidance known as semantic encoding entails presenting diverse method to clarify the information being communicated. This involves assessing learner in comprehending more efficiently by integrating various illustrative tools such as example, case studies, graphics, storytelling, or analogy. By incorporating these alternative approaches, learners are better equipped to grasp and retain content, fostering deeper understanding and engagement with the material. Eliciting performance. Responding. Eliciting performance involves individuals demonstrating their understanding of material learned, tailored to the specific context. This may include practical exercises like role-playing or answering questions to showcase comprehension. This adaptable approach encourages active engagement and allows individuals to express their understanding through various methods, fostering a dynamic learning environment.
Robert Gagne identified providing feedback as the seventh event of learning. Feedback is essential in helping students identify their strengths and weaknesses and make necessary adjustment to achieve their learning objectives. Instructors can use 5 different types of comments to provide feedback. The first is confirmatory feedback, which simply acknowledges correct actions without providing further guidance. The second type is evaluative feedback, which informs students about their performance accuracy but does not offer guidance on how to progress. The third type is remedial feedback, where instructors guide students towards the correct answer without providing it. The fourth type is descriptive or analytic feedback, which offers suggestions and directive information for improvement. Finally, there is peer evaluation and self-evaluation feedback. This type of feedback helps identify learning gaps and performance shortcomings collaboratively. Instructors use various methods to evaluate the performance of learners and determine whether they have achieved the expected learning outcomes. 4 methods can be used to test learning. The first method is to administer pre- and post-tests to check for progressions of competency in content or skills. The second method is to embed formative assessment opportunities throughout instructions using oral questioning, short active learning activities, or quizzes. The third method is to implement variety of assessment methods to provide the student with multiple opportunities to demonstrate proficiency. Lastly, instructors can create objective and effective rubrics to assess written assignments, projects, or presentations. Robert Gagne identified enhancing retention and transfer as the final of the 9 level of learning. It provides learners with an opportunity to exercise their confidence and apply what they have learned by placing them into the positions of an expert. To improve skill retention and transfer of knowledge, students should be encouraged to practice by transforming information into different formats, making cross-curricular connections, integrating contents from previous tests into new evaluations, and consistently aligning assignments with learning goals to highlight objectives.
Now that we have discussed the 9 levels of learning by Gagne, what is the implication of this to the learning process with the integration of technology? Getting the attention of students is somehow a challenging part as it needs to get the interest of the students. Students that use various forms of technology in the classroom, including virtual classrooms, become actively involved in the learning objectives. The integration of technology facilitates the delivery of tailored education, which caters each student's specific needs while maintaining more inclusive learning environment. In line with this, there are multiple technologies that could help students with different learning styles. Gagne's 9 levels of learning provide a step-by-step approach that can help teachers structure their lesson plan or discussion so that their students get the most from their learning opportunities. Moreover, with the help of appropriate technology or the correct integration of technology, it makes the learning process effective, such as setting teaching goals, examining the the initial behavior of the students, selecting or organizing appropriate content, appropriate teaching method and strategies, and supporting materials.
Now, the implications of education and technology in Gagne's 9 levels of learning are crucial, especially now that the students are facing the fast-paced education era. Technology helps grab attention with engaging content and multimedia. It aids memory recall using smart algorithms in educational apps. Learning guidance improves through online platforms offering clear outlines and interactive tools, while hands-on learning is boosted with virtual labs and interactive exercises for performance. And it also simplifies the performance assessment using online quizzes and adaptive testing, providing an instant insights for personalized teaching. Thus, the education and technology enhance learning, meeting various needs and making knowledge transfer more effective to get the most from learning.